Black Light, Cyberspace Ministry, the Elder Council, Aboriginal, man of the planet Earth. In my 7 decades of living, I'm a counselor. Hear my counsel out. That's all. So, you need someone to pass down information of their time and their era and how they survived it, how they lived to be a ripe old age. You need to hear the mistakes they made and how they corrected them. So the Caucasian started getting to our woman. He got to her first. She wanted to be like his woman. So y'all say, no, you know, I hear women right now, no, we don't want to be like, yes you do. You want to be friends with her, and you want to be sympathetic to her cause against her own kind, her own man. When the white woman talk about women's rights and stuff, you can't decipher out the distinction between you and her. I'm talking about the black woman. Because first of all, you consider yourself an American or either a citizen of the USA. Now, if you don't consider yourself an American and you consider yourself an African, well, that's okay too. But that's the motherland. But why you not considering yourself the mother of all civilization and the planet Earth? You're a citizen, if that word is appropriate, applies to the planet Earth. You're a citizen of the planet Earth. I'd rather say you're the original woman and man of the planet Earth, because you wasn't just over in Africa. You were all over the planet Earth. You left for Africa. I mean, you only went into the part of Africa they're talking about now, according to the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, a little over 50,000 years ago. Because the earth been here so long. See, the Caucasian talking about this Big Bang Theory. This Big Bang Theory. And he's saying that the Big Bang Theory is what produced the earth into his orbit. We don't know. He don't know. But Master Farad came with the teachings, which everybody now is using as a guide, but they don't want to give the credit to Master Farad because he was biracial. If that's what y'all use now. He had a Caucasian mother and a black daddy. And they say, well, why if his mama was Caucasian, why you calling her the devil? We're going to get into that, because I'm building a foundation for an alternative way of looking at things. And I got to say that Elijah Muhammad is my alternative way of looking at things and alternative way of doing things. And I know how I came up, and I studied and learned from the mistakes I made. So quickly now, we getting back to this black woman. As I grew and observed the mistakes I made some adjustments, because I had 5 daughters. I had 1 son. Yeah. I got about almost 17 grandchildren, great grandchildren altogether, girls and boys. I got more boys now than girls, though. That's, counting my grandchildren and my great grandchildren. So I done raised or helped raise, because I'm babysitting, what they call babysitting. I'm really not babysitting. I got one living with me. I got a grandson living with me, and I'm raising him, and the others come periodically. I got some grandchildren down the street from my son. He lived down the street, not too far, couple of blocks over. And I influences them. I'm teaching them how to grow their own food, see. And my grandmama, she used to preserve, we had a peach tree, we had an apple tree and a pear tree in the backyard. And she would can them. She knew how to preserve pears, apples, and stuff like that. And we would eat off of that apple tree and that pear tree. And then my mother and father had little gardens, little bitty gardens, greens, tomatoes, My old man, he from a farm country. All his people had farms in Salahachie, 50 miles from Little Rock, Arkansas, and a couple of miles from Marston, and they had farms and stuff. They still got them. But everybody now want to work in corporate America. They don't want to do for self no more. They want to do for the Caucasian. Because we was trained into that. It was hard to get us out of it. So you got to start with the black woman. You got to retrain her into doing for self, her own babies. You can't leave it up to the school system, because the school system changing their profile every decade. They dumb you down, getting away from the black man and what his culture was like, getting away from the so-called Native American, what their culture was like. So you got groups like the Moors telling you that, it wasn't just the red man over here before the Caucasian, it was the black man over here. So when you hear that tells you that you are all over the planet. Everywhere you go and you see people that resemble black people. They resemble black people in melanin and hair texture. The Hawaiians, the real Hawaiians got broad nose like the brother, got a fro, color similar to the black man and the black woman. Then you got the Aboriginals of Australia. That's the beginning of us right there. Then you got The Eskimo, some of them as dark as us. Some of the Indians, over in India, they used to call them the untouchables. They were black with nappy hair. Go to Malaysia, see blacks. Even in China, black Chinese, Japanese, Russia, black Russians. They don't never show that. They don't never show that on TV. They don't want you to know that you are all over the globe. So, black woman, you the mother of civilization, the mother of creation. So this is one thing you got to know first. You don't need to follow nobody's lead. All you got to do is tap that what's in you. So you're made not to tap your inner self. They're programming you to go on the outside of you. Because they don't want you to know you got. See, when they take your blood, they study your blood, and they trace your DNA back to God, the Creator. They ain't telling you this though. But this is how they know how to psych on you, how to use certain chemicals on you, how to change the vibrations or the frequencies. Because when they study you, they studying themselves. And they studying themselves to find out where they came from. And when they study themselves and found out that they came from you, they got to find out where you came from. And when they find out where you came from, they see that you came from the universe itself. You are the universe. But we taught them all of this, how to study, how to research. We taught them that. And when they study ancient Kemet, the books of Alexandria, this is how they start gaining knowledge. They kept us from reading because they didn't want that kind of knowledge to come into our hands. It's a Black Light Out, talking about that black woman on the Easter